Hello and welcome to the next part of the Casebook of Arne. Last time, well, we're getting closer and closer to the truth of everything. Arne and Lynn both basically had a big ass showdown of accusing different people and pointing out the holes in each one's theories. And well, I wonder if that one person that seemed to be the killer after the showdown ended is really gonna be the one who killed Lynn's father, because I'm not entirely sure yet. It does seem very likely though, but the fear of blood is kind of bugging me. So, then let's go. As I thought, you stayed behind. Making it making it more exciting, huh? What a sloppy crime it turned out to be once I realized the answer, no tricks or anything. Well, though I suppose you may be right that such things weren't necessary for you. Not even forgiving that, your killing of Lynn Reinweiss was far too crude. Wasn't that practically an admission of who you really are? Well... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! If you want to view a map of the mansion, click or tap here to open it up. Okay, I will take that. You know, I guess it would be possible for Gordon to somehow get to the father's room without anyone seeing him, but then I would... it's very unlikely, but I mean... Like, for example, imagine Gordon was supposedly in the butler's room, right? So what if he took the opportunity of basically here Elise being God knows where and Diana being in the guest room with Kai to basically go to the maid's room, go out the window, it had a window, right, onto the courtyard, then take the letter. The letter? No, that's not how it is in English. I forgot the English name. Anyway, the thing that Kai used to get onto the guest room. So he goes up there and then jumps to the balcony of the other guest room. I know this is a big ass stretch. I mean, he's old and all, you know, but if you... then you could go out the guest room, go up the stairs to the father's room. But the thing is, he was talking with Heinz in the kitchen, so it would depend on the exact timing, which isn't shown here. Notes. Notes. I need to go through the notes. Case summary. Lynn's father was murdered. A headless corpse was also left in his room, but it turned out to be someone else. Who did this and why? I'm still guessing that maybe that Lynn's father did this? Did the headless corpse at least? Because it makes no sense otherwise. Why would you fake someone's death when they're gonna be dead anyway? Just it would be too much effort. Honestly. Too much effort. I guess maybe to hide the secret room? That would be the only merit. But I'm unsure if that would be enough. But I guess it would be a motive. Okay, garden dogs. They only act friendly with Lynn and her father, but the gardener Kai seems to be an exception. Dad's room mirror. A mirror in Lynn's father's room. Likely because it's in a bad position. This year witnessed nothing from that mirror. Vents. The master's room and the storeroom are connected by vents. Lynn and the maid Elise could probably move through them. It was a den of dust bunnies. The missing vase. A vase that should have been in the storeroom went missing. There's one just like it in the second floor west hallway, but where could it have disappeared to? The flowers in the second floor vase were drooping petals, despite the butler Gordon whistling away as he tends to them every morning. What could be going on here? Heart. It seems one of them is in the basement. Who was using that heart and what were they trying to revive? Yeah, speaking of which, where the heck is it? Passage blood. There was blood in a passage leading to the hidden room. It's apparently the blood of the person dead in Lynn's father's room. Yeah, I don't think it actually is Bernd. As long as his fear of blood is not a lie, it would be very hard for him to not faint. Security. The mansion security is generally trusted to the guard Bernd at the front gate and the guard dogs in the courtyard. As such, outside intruders should be unlikely. The chef Heinz claims he was attacked from behind while making tea in the kitchen. Yeah, that's basically we always... Courtyard figure. The chef Heinz saw he witnessed a figure walking through the courtyard. Since the guard dogs didn't bark, he thinks it's just his imagination. We already solved that too. Acrophobia. Yep, the maid Diana has an extreme fear of heights and can't even go out to the terrace. Only the whole world were flat. Glass. After bringing the master water, Elise always returns the glass to the kitchen, but this time it's yet to be returned. Evidently, she tried to transfer the water to the vase and broke both in the process. Rumor. There have been rumors. Yep. Everyone's location. Elise, the maid's room. Diana and Kai guest room on the Bernd entryway. Heinz in the kitchen. You mean the location exactly when... That's not detailed enough. Gordon was reading in his room prior to Lynn being called by her father at midnight. Around 2015, moved to the kitchen, where he discussed food with Heinz. At this time he encountered Bernd in the dining room. I mean, he could. So, if this grandpa is very fit, he could have still done it. But why the heck would he attack Lynn? I cannot see him doing that. I cannot see him doing that. Elise went to the kitchen before midnight. I kind of just want to cross Elise completely up. It's not possible. To get water from the master to drink with medicine. Then went to third floor. Went to master's storeroom right at midnight. but recalled him saying it was unnecessary and left without meeting him. On the way, she tried to pour the water into the vase in the... broke it. Before midnight, Elise left the maid's room, and once certain that she was gone, Diana left too. Met up with Kai in the guest room on the east side of the second floor. Diana planned to elope with Kai, but due to extreme fear of heights, she rejected his plan to descend down a ladder from the terrace to the courtyard. While discussing what to do, they heard Bernd's scream. Before midnight, used the ladder in the courtyard to enter the guest room on the east side of the second floor. Heinz noticed his shadow passing by at this time. By the time Diana left the guest room, after hearing Ben scream at 12:30, it seems Kai had left the mansion. Was on guard in the dining room since before midnight. Says he saw Elise before midnight. Gordon around 12:15. Was summoned by father at 12:30. So he went to the room and there found a headless corpse. Being someone who passes out at the mere sight of blood, he let out a pathetic scream and fainted. Was in the kitchen the whole time. Heinz also claims Elise came before midnight for water. Afterwards around... Yeah, it would be kind of difficult for Heinz, wouldn't it? I mean, what a... Warte, Since before midnight. Yeah, he would have... You would have seen Heinz, right? If he tried to go after midnight, shortly after midnight, around 12:15, right? Is it really Gordon? He's the only one I can... He's the only one I can think of. Save. He's the only one I can think of. Even if what I proposed was extremely stupid. Wait. Yeah, it would be... You know, the thing, what they said at the very beginning, that Sisje cannot see Arne from normal mirrors because he doesn't reflect in them. And what the killer did was kind of... we can assume that they probably are not human as well. So it wouldn't even matter if Sisje was watching the second floor, because, well, if it's non-human, then Sisje would not see them. I can't stop thinking that it has to be Gordon. The butler did it, what a cliche, but... I generally do not think that it's Elise. No. Diana and Kai... They don't give me the feeling. They just don't give me the feeling for it. So it really is only down to Bernd and Gordon. Heinz is unlikely. I mean, if it was Bernd, then it would be too obvious, you know? And he's too unlikable to be the killer, you know? It would not be shocking. Okay, goddammit. Gordon. Absolutely. I am not certain. But it is my best guess right now, after reviewing everything. Like I said, I'm not very good at murder mysteries and stuff. Judge. It was him! Oh my god. My brain is good for something. So it's you, old coot. Young one, you should watch your mouth. Young one, am I young to you? What have you been going on about? I haven't the foggiest idea. Sorry, I did my best, but everyone came rushing at me. And anyway, there was no way I would be ready to block the way all of a sudden. Don't worry, I had no such expectations to begin with. What? At least have a little expectation. But what were you talking with Gordon about? Nothing of great significance? Only that he killed your father and attempted to kill you? What? I knew that one time, that one flashback at the right time was super suspicious. But why the heck would he try to kill Lynn? I don't understand. The time is nearing for this delightful production to come to an end. Let me say we dub it simply the Reinweiss murder. The culprit of this Reinweiss murder, the one who killed Lynn Reinweiss's father, was this old coot. Hold on a second. Gordon has an alibi and no motive. Motive? Is such a thing necessary? That's just the after-the-fact reasoning you humans apprehend, so... just so you can accept it, is it not? He killed him because he was bored. Killed him because he thought he could. Killed him just because. Killed him for no reason. Those are perfectly sufficient reasons to me. But... and besides... Lynn Reinweiss and I narrowed the choices down to this old coot and the guards, did we not? However, guards, you couldn't have done it, could you? Of course not. And there we are. You understood you yourself understood that the guard couldn't have done it, surely. He could not prepare a headless corpse. And why is that? Bernd can't do blood. He faints at the sight of blood, so he couldn't have made the crime scene. Well, no, so you do understand. As Lynn Reinweiss says, the guard is too incompetent for murder. You don't have to be so mean about it. That leaves this old coot as the last suspect. So tell me your actions around the time of the crime once more. Before midnight, I was reading in my room the whole time. Around 12:50, I believe it would be, I went to the kitchen to discuss food with Heinz. After 20:30, Diana came to get me, so I headed to the master's room. That seems no different from what Lynn Reinweiss told me. Yet something in your words contradicts my information. Then Reinweis, determine what that is. I don't know. Don't give up right out of the gate. Think about it. I don't know who this old coot is to you, but feelings are unnecessary for reasoning. Seek only the truth, for that is the tale you desired. I was reading in my room the whole time. Click here to switch between pictures of prior information. Click here to switch between Gordon's statements. There's a single contradiction between some prior information and Gordon's statements. Once you've paired the contradictory elements, click the check here to confirm your choice. The one on this side will do the same thing. It's just those 3 pictures? This is really hard to... I think the most suspicious thing is I was reading in my room the whole time. Because I went to the kitchen and that thing... Well, Heinz also said it, so... Diana came to get me. I actually don't remember this, but... Why would he lie about that? Would make no sense to lie about that. Since he was probably committing the murder before 12:15, so... If only I could put this statement away so I could look at what they were talking about. I don't remember exactly what they said in each of them here. Oh well, what the heck. Just trying it out. Oh, that's right. If Gordon was really in his room the whole time, he shouldn't have known about the vase Elise broke. Precisely, Lynn Reinweis. Sometimes I am lucky. If you supposedly stayed in your room, why did you know the vase had been broken? Come to think of it, that slipped my mind. I thought I heard something breaking, so I went to look. So you did go look. Well, you're an old coot after all. I grant you might forget a thing or two. And you didn't meet the maid there? I did not. I would wager she had gone somewhere to dispose of the broken vase. I simply connected the dots of the wet floor, the missing vase, and the sound I'd heard. The maid took about 5 minutes cleaning up there. You must have been walking awfully slow. I was at a good part of my book, you see. Such a lousy excuse. Are you sure you didn't notice the vase being gone while heading back from the master's room to yours? What proof do you have of that? Oh, very sorry indeed. Very well, that isn't the important part. So you went up the stairs from your room and saw the vase missing on the second floor hallway. That is correct. So he says, Lynn Reinweiss. That's... To change the subject, were you aware that Lynn Reinweiss was attacked by the dogs? Say again? She was called out there by a note. Any ideas about that? I had no absolute knowledge of the mistress landing in such a perilous situation. You instigated the mistress, didn't you? Was surely your detectiving that caused her to. Then Reinweiss shows that herself. I was in no way responsible. Now then, Lynn Reinweiss, think carefully. While you all were disputing in the dining room, I was still in your room. I left right around the time the tall maid came bursting out of the dining room. Who could have gone to put up the note in your room? When Bernd ran out of the dining room, Heinz went after him, and you and I know Diana and Kai were in the guest room. That means the old coot and the short maid remained in the dining room. But the short maid was ordered by someone to go look for you, wasn't she? That's... After that, Lynn Reinweiss was attacked by someone and nearly died. She was attacked from behind in the bath, and marks like 3 large claws were left on her back. Impressive of them to enter without anyone noticing. Who indeed could be capable of that? Lynn Reinweiss, you must know, yes? That can't possibly be. It's inconceivable. Hey, you two, I was wondering. Who's this Gordon guy? Hmm. I actually saw that coming. Huh? What are you saying? Sisje, is that true? What would I lie for? The 2 maids, the gardener, the guard, the chef. Those 5 work in the mansion, right? But the butler Gordon, who the heck is that? So it's true, Sisje didn't see him. It seems you finally understand. If you don't wish to say it, I will present the truth. I'll do it. That's all, Lenny. Good luck finishing this up. That good enough for you, Arne? Yes, no issues here. That's why they mentioned the thing about which information do we have which we normally wouldn't have. Because in this time it would be useless to have that information. Would only be misleading. I was the one who wanted to find the killer. No matter how painful it would be, I would learn the truth and catch the culprit. To do that, I abandoned my humanity and became a vampire. Is this an inner monologue, or are you telling that to everyone now? In my fury battle with Lord Arne, we proved most of the suspects couldn't have done it. There were clear reasons why they couldn't create a locked room or get inside or go to the 3rd floor. However, we made those judgments based on information that assumed the killer was human. But there's a situation in which that information is rendered meaningless. Gordon, you're a vampire, aren't you? Of all the things I thought you'd say. You must cease joking around like this, mistress. I'm not joking in the slightest. If you're not a vampire, Gordon, then stand in front of that mirror right now. I need not go along with your wild delusions. How utterly foolish. Come on, Gordon, at least give her that. If it will satisfy Lynn, what's the harm? Besides, you got knocked out alongside me. Isn't a better proof than any that Gordon isn't the killer? Right, that happened as well. Chef, it was I who attacked you. Huh? Granted, there were circumstances, but I shall apologize regardless. Sorry for that. I don't know if I can just accept that. However, I did not attack that old coot. I suspect he hit himself or ran into something to play the victim, yes. What in the world would you do that for? Would you think someone who was attacked is the killer? Ah, now that you mention it. However, I would never go out the front door. Once I left the entryway, that would surely be outside. And unfortunately, the key I left with Lynn Reinweiss is no more. You know what that means, don't you, old coot? What indeed could you be talking about? That's enough. Lord Arne, hand over this here. True, that would be faster. That's... This here, don't show up, okay? Ah. Gordon isn't showing up in the mirror. Did Elise just talk normally? That's what surprises you? You all know vampires don't appear in mirrors, right? You were in Father's room from the start. And after killing him, you just walked out normally back to your room. Well done, Lynn Reinweiss. I shall offer a supplement. In theory, the theory battle between Lynn Reinweiss and I was meant to confirm which humans could not have killed her father. Lynn Reinweiss tinkered with the mirrors in this mansion in advance, you see, giving us a full picture of any human who passes in front of a mirror. The fact is why, for a time, we believed the claim that you are reading in your room. However, you confessed it yourself, you passed through the west side of the second floor. But that alone can't. Really, there should have been a clearer murder weapon, like an axe left next to the headless corpse. And you should have tried to kill Lynn Reinweiss with a knife or the like. If you had done that, even if I knew you were a vampire, I probably wouldn't have thought you the killer. After all, a proud vampire would never deign to kill with human methods. Perhaps by making use of brute strength, you thought you would remove yourself and old coot as a suspect. But with the knowledge that you are a vampire, it's just a clear confession that you're the killer. I suppose there's no avoiding it. So it was you, Gordon. Why did you kill Father? Have you been deceiving us this whole time? That isn't the case at all, Mistress Lynn. I thought of you like a true daughter. No, like a granddaughter. Why did you try to kill her then? I also thought of your father and mother like family. Then why kill Father? I thought it not so bad to live amongst humans, yet about a month ago I believe the master won the bid in a certain auction. It was for Lord Nachzehre's heart. Lord Nachzehre? Yes, Lord Nachzehre, my liege, whom I truly serve. I see, so then it became a question of priorities. Indeed. The master ordered me to gather human parts so he could use that heart to revive his wife. But I wished to revive Lord Nachzehre more than her, that's all it came down to. So I went out with the master night after night to kill humans. Though killing too many in so short a time caused it to become a bit harder to act. So once you gathered the parts for Nachtzera's revival, you killed your master to get him out of the way. But that isn't the only reason you killed him, is it? You plan to take over this house? Incidentally, I found a bite mark on this girl's arm while I was dressing her. You intended to make Lynn Reinweiss your puppet, did you? Huh? I was unable to make her a puppet with no will of her own, but I could make it so she wouldn't defy my orders, or so it should have been. To think the mistress had her blood sucked before me. No wonder she wouldn't die, seeing as I couldn't control her either. What do you mean? You sucked my blood? After knocking you out, mistress, I did suck your blood through your arm. However, since you did not fall under my control, must mean you were already not human. For vampires can only make puppets out of humans. I don't understand what you're saying. I mean, that can't be right, can it? I've always been human. But it's a shame. I intended to make you the family head and control you from the shadows. After reviving my leech, I knew the best way for vampires to make their comeback would be to control the nobility. My master was useless, frail of mind and body, so you were more suitable, mistress. Well, never mind Lynn Reinweiss for now. More importantly, why prepare a headless corpse? Surely that could have been just her father. The master's plan was to revive his wife, fake his death, and have the three of us sneak away. As I said before, I thought of the master and his wife like family, so I planned to let the two of them be together by using their body parts for my leash. However, if the master went missing instead of dying, Mistress Lynn may have tried to search for him endlessly. My control was not powerful enough to refute her strong will, so it wasn't necessary that the master in fact be killed. I see. If you had gotten a hold of any real power, you could have made any random human into the killer. Once the killer was apprehended, even Lynn Reinweiss would give up, is that it? All that remained was to revive my leech once everyone had fallen asleep. So you didn't anticipate the guard arriving after all? Yes, that was not part of the plan with the master. Perhaps he anticipated that he would be killed. Your presence was also most unexpected. Truly things just wouldn't go my way. Considering that, you don't seem too worried. Naturally. I remember hearing a rumor of you, Lord Neuntäter. You know me. That you were the most heinous of vampires created when our kings sacrificed their hearts. However, you now foolishly had them taken and now do such idiocy as detective work, so I heard. What a cruel rumor. A weak vampire with only one knife of the power from his heyday. It's no match for me. Okay. Grandpa going, super grandpa. He buff now. I see now. No need for a murder weapon with arms like those. Well suited for looping off a head too. And being a vampire, you could stick the head in a bag and carry it around without it appearing in mirrors. So, what do you plan to do that was worth showing us your ugly true colors? I shall have you both die. I suppose that would be the easiest option. Then Reinweiss, get away from him. I wasn't human to start with? Girl, get out of the way. Ahem. Lord Arne! Ah ha 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 ha. So you call yourself Neuntöter, yet this is all you can do. What's this? Are you a fool? It doesn't matter if I have 1/9 of the power. The heart in his body is still 100% the king's. Do you think a weakling like you could contend with a king? Yes, run away uncouthly. Now then, in Reinweis I should giving chase, but... Lord Arne, just what am I? Well no, your hand's bleeding. This is this is kind of out of nowhere, honestly. You should kind of give chase, you know. What? Lord Arne? Indeed, no change at all in your blood. Then Reinweis, what indeed are you? What do you mean? You should have become a vampire after making a pact with me. But my blood has not mixed in. In other words, you haven't become a vampire. So that means I wasn't human? Doesn't it? However, when I drink your blood, I can temporarily regain power. No other animal's blood will do. It has to be human blood. What does that mean? It means you are human, Lin Reinweis. Well, we can't be spending time fretting about your body. I need to do some after-show cleanup. Lord Arne, please be safe. But of course. Do we have to fight him? What's the matter? Can't you even run? If you have the power of a king, then I'm sure it will be pointless to try. And neither do I have any chance of winning. Why, how boring. Put up some more resistance and entertain me. In fact, I won't even mind if you use my heart. I'm sure you have it, don't you? So you've even seen through that. But you shall regret it. My liege, Lord Nachzehrer. He can surely defeat you. How amusing. Use all of my body, Lord Nachzehrer, return here and now. Lord Nachzehrer. Forever. The punk is here. Been a while since I had flesh. You know how it feels having it to be an old coot of all things. I'm talking to you, Neuntöter. So you're Nachzehrer? I must say, you look as stupid as you sound. What? Ain't you the real idiot for getting my heart stolen from you? I was supposed from the start, you know, gathering up the hearts of the other weaker vampires. Wasn't no way to make somebody stronger than me. I think I get it. You're filling that weakest member of the Big Four role. Ooh. That's it. Immer murderize ya. I'll suck out your bird. This time, I'll be Neuntöter. What's this? When vampires fight each other, they can take a long ass time to come to a conclusion. Ah, so you've set the stage for a battle with a blood on the line. You got it! When you're part of one of these blood feuds, whoever loses pays with the blood. Now, welcome to my stage. Let's get a killing. Intriguing. Let us dance joyfully beneath the crimson moon. And I'm being very evil now, but this is where I will end the part. So next time we will fight Nachzehrer. So, until then, bye!